Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Steins Gate 0, which is on episode 14. This episode right here, mother effing hell, dude. Like, seriously, what the freaking hell? So, if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Okabe does recap about what happened, apparently, and we see to it that they have been looking for Kagari-chan for months now, and it's been several months, which possibly maybe half a year might have passed already of what happened. And we see to it that the opening was pretty cool, not too bad, but we see to it that, of course, like Daru and freaking like Suzuha are trying to convince Maho to help them out to maybe make a time machine whatsoever. Maho, on the other hand, disagrees, and she actually talked to them in a certain way that she was hecka tired or something, which is really funny. But we see to it that Suzuha and Daru are trying to maybe make that phone microwave or that time machine whatsoever to try to help out and maybe go back and change things. But that's not really happening anytime soon right now. And we see to it that Suzuha thanks her father for helping her out as the best of her ability. And we see to it that someone actually gotten hurt, which is a friend of theirs. And as for Suzuha, she ends up finding a metal oppa whatsoever that was in Suzuha's that belongs to like Kagari-chan. And of course, eventually there was a scene at the hospital here and there about a friend being injured, and of course, like Okarin meeting the professor again, having a little small talk with him. Maho's trying to look into things about maybe time machine and talking to Amadeus Karisu here and there, blah blah blah, and trying to figure out what to do if making a time machine is possible or if it's a good idea to do so, because Okarin does warn Mahotan about like how dangerous this is. And of course, we had to it that Maho asked Amadeus Karisu, what would you do if you want to make a time machine if you had all the knowledge? And we see to it that Amadeus Karisu says like I would make it right away, no problem, no itsy bitsy or something. As for Suzuha, she ends up seeing that, she ends up seeing a metal oppa, which belongs to Kagari-chan, and of course Suzuha knows that Kagari-chan might have been here or something. And we see to it that someone's trying to kill Suzuha, who is in the shower, but that was just a fake to draw the enemy out. And we had to it that Suzuha commands her to take off the helmet, which she does, and it's actually Kagari-chan, but it's not her at all. Looking at her eyes right now, she's really brainwashed, which is proven true in this episode. And I had a feeling about that too. I mean, we see to it that Suzuha gets into a fight with Kagari-chan, saying, "Give me back that thing that my mother gave me," and it seemed to be very unequal grounds whatsoever. Kagari gets pinned down by Suzuha, and Suzuha almost fell for Kagari-chan's begging, please, you're hurting me or something. I'm thinking in my mind, don't fall for it. And we see to it that Daru shows up and he goes like, yo, what the hell happened here? And Kagari takes his advantage and managed to get out of there and managed to graze Suzuha's stomach whatsoever. And we see to it that that I think Kagari was about to go for a kill against Daru, but Suzuha goes like, hey, I don't care who you are. You go ahead and hurt my father. I will kill you. And we see to it that Kagari takes the metal oppa and ends up leaving right away. And we see to it that that Daru's like, that must have been that is Kagari-tan, right? And we see to it that Kagari ends up somehow disappearing. And of course, like Daru mentioned, that she was actually crying whatsoever. So it looks like to me this is not done. This isn't with Kagari's will. And apparently, it's proven true that that Kagari is brainwashed right now, and someone must have found out about Kagari-chan maybe coming here by a time machine whatsoever. Suzuha remembers that time when when Kagari-chan shot her one time, almost shot her one time. It's actually shot her that one time. Not to mention seeing how she says something about a voice of God, and then something about I hear a voice whatsoever. She makes all these connections and realizes that the professor who was behind these brainwashing techniques is on Kagari. So right now, Daru and Suzuha ask Maho-tan one more time, can you help us out to build a time machine? Maho has been giving some thought about it, and of course Okabe Rintaro was warning her about it, so that flows through his head. And of course she has a flashback where a genius like Kurisu herself is like has been around here about manipulating time and managed to put in a paper that at a young age whatsoever, which is pretty impressive. And we see to it that, of course, like when Maho remembers like make one move and you're disgracing the dead, after talking to Amadeus maybe for a little bit or maybe staring at her, she realizes something. Therefore, ends up taking an old magazine, takes a couple things, and decides to head back to Japan to help out. And the credits roll. So it looks like to me like I should have known from the very start right now, etc. And I was very messed up with Kagari-chan. I won't deny it. I was messed up with Kagari-chan. And you know what? I was going to make a recap, which kind of got me like blazing in total rage right now. But I literally have to understand that Kagari-chan has been brainwashed for a very long time. Those treatments that Kagari-chan has been dealt, that she had to deal with like a very long time ago as a kid when Mayuri-chan adopted her in a different timeline, that is. That professor, I don't know who that guy is, but I hope we find him and send him to the pits of hell or whatsoever, or bring him to justice whatsoever. So yeah, pretty much this episode did not have much going on, you know. Just like they're looking for Kagari-chan, and of course Suzuha and Daru are trying to make a time machine possibly to save Kagari-chan. But Kagari-chan does come back and she attacks freaking Suzuha, you know, and almost kills her. And of course, like she was brainwashed, and of course Daru and Suzuha puts the connections point together and decides to ask for Maho time for help once more. Maho therefore finally realizes something and agrees to maybe help out, but not tell her real answer yet, while she decides to fly back to Japan whatsoever. So yeah, pretty intense like episode. Talk about some serious crazy stuffings here and there, but it looks like to me things are not going to look very pretty, because now Kagari-chan is now somewhat possibly an antagonist to the group, whatever they're trying to do. Whatever the situation or whatever the point's going to come about right now, it's not going to look pretty. We'll have to see. So until then, I will see you guys in my next video. So I'm AlphaZero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!